Nothing brings me more joy than being on your TV screen Saturdays 5 p.m. right here on City TV. My name is AJ Sarpong, and it's a pleasure to be on your TV screens with Hall of Fame. Here on the show, we sit down with one of your favorite personalities and have a very candid conversation with them. They dispel the rumors, set the record straight, reveal a different side of them, and at the end of the day, play some games, have a bit of laughs, and definitely keep you entertained. We're here from the Apartamento Hotel at the airport residential area, who have been so hospitable with us today and allowed us to invade their space and shoot from their premises. We appreciate you, Apartamento Hotel. A very big thank you to everyone that's tuned in. Today is going to be a really exciting journey into one person's life. He went international before we appreciated as Ghanaians what international was. He has set his mark, created a long line of amazing music, and is back to do some more. I'll be having a conversation with this very incredible personality when we get back from this break. Welcome to Hall of Fame. You're tuned into Hall of Fame right here on City TV with yours truly, AJ Sarpong. Sitting down today to have an amazing conversation with someone who I personally enjoy speaking to. His music, or collection of music, stems close to 2 decades. Or even more, I should think. He's created music that have climbed the charts, broken into international boundaries, or broken the glass ceiling that we didn't even realize was there. He has collaborated with a lot of amazing personalities. He also went on to take a bit of a hiatus from music, came back, and contrary to what people assumed, has defied logic and come back with a fresher, bigger, more exciting band. I'm excited to have a conversation with this guy because he's knowledgeable about his craft. He's very vocal when it comes to issues that concern him. And above all, he's a very, very, very charismatic personality. A man in a feeling in the style. I think the looks go. I'm not sure, but take a look at my guest for today.
Call me Eugene. Obi Baya Uboni and Yemi Eugene. This a many wa. Or me don't want your eyes on me. That's many wa. Ore. Metinti, you'll be anyone else. Wafe. Kwami de. Kwani, befa me koro. Kwani, that's so.
Why be JJ whatever, forgetting no money ever. True definition of love. Me be a swag catch and bone to me my pressure. I like you, but I hate your brother. Don't joke me, I go give you Prada. African girl, nene swagger. They can't stop us even when they try harder. Ya boom say hunam ne tattoo. Hunam ne tattoo. Family say we Scooby anything I go do. Anything I go do. Take. Kwani.
And my guest is none other than Tig. It's such a pleasure having you here. I've been looking forward to this conversation for quite a while, and I'm excited to have it. First of all, congratulations. I mean, the I Am Tig concert was amazing.
Thank you.
I saw all the social media hype and everything else inclusive.
Right.
It looked so much fun.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, we'll get into that though. But first of all, we start with giving your fans an opportunity to ask you questions. So we asked around and said, you know what, tweet at us, Facebook us, or send us even a video to ask a question or one burning question that they want you to answer. And some people sent in these questions. Okay, from Mr. Sarpong, I remember some years ago you cried before you went on stage to perform for a particular show. What caused that? Because I remember it was even in the newspapers. Do you remember this particular incident?
Yeah, I think this was Ghana Music Awards 2003.
Okay.
I think I had 11 nominations, and somebody came to the backstage, and I had all the crew there, and he said to me that they've changed my name, like they've swapped my awards, and that if I could do some aluta, I would see that the original envelopes had me on there, but they are selling the awards.
Wow.
And I was like, how? I mean, I respected Charterhouse, and of course, it was handled by this group, what's the name? This chartered accounted company.
KPMG. Yes.
So I knew that it was solid, and so my younger sister, she was very young. She started crying first, and I felt, I became emotionally, attached, like, because she didn't know anything about it. Like, she was very young to understand what had gone on. And then she felt that, she was like, Mike, you can go fear, or maybe, and so I felt sad, so I wept with her, but, and I came to perform, and I won the best collaboration of the year.
Okay, so it wasn't all bad. Yeah. So going into the next one, okay, so from Mimi Mauna, did any foreign musician inspire your style of music? Secondly, why did you change your name?
Sorry.
Okay, okay, so this one from Mimi Mauna. Did any foreign musician inspire your style of music? And secondly, why did you change your name to Take?
Yeah, I was always inspired by Busta Rhymes.
Okay.
And I thought he was such a character, a lot of energy. He's got so much drama on stage, and so I loved Busta Rhymes. I loved the voice. And the name thing is a new vibe. It's not really a change of name. I mean, people call me Take. Pick my album from day one. Better Take also.
Okay.
So for me, it's not really a name change. It's like growing out of something and, adding some vibe to it so that you can just grow with it.
Okay.
So Take has always been there, but it's a nice thing that officially, I want to be called Take.
Okay.
So that it's not like you can just vibe and say Take, but now it's really official. You can say Take, and that is what you can write. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
okay. And now making your official entry into the Ghanaian music scene, what are some of the obstacles you had to face as you came out as the artist then known as Tic Tac?
The obstacles were huge. Like, people didn't believe in you. People thought you were a waste of time, and sometimes, rap wasn't too popular. So when you are going to do rap, they say, oh, you're Koshiwi, Sebi, and I don't know how they saw rap like. So, and people weren't ready to support with their money financially. There weren't a lot of companies who give you, a jack, like say that, oh, Charlie, we want to support this guy. No, nobody would do that. So it was all you and your God. So I will always take my book bag and be hopping into offices, hoping that some director of some company will give me a support.
Yeah.
So those were the obstacles, financial. And for me, my mom will bail me out, and give me.
So she believed in the vision.
Oh yes, because I convinced her. And she will always say that, okay, make sure that you're at home and make sure you don't go doing bad things, And her definition of bad things were smoking, drinking, following women, etc. So once I was sure that wasn't my style, I knew that I was safe with her. So I would always be at the safer side of her. And she would give me small so I can galley my trotro and go and do my music. So it was all financial. But I even had more obstacles when people got to know me, because that was when I had to prove myself, and that was when it was difficult, because then it was like, okay, yeah, me, so I'll go to every rap battle, and when I'm there, I'll win.
Okay.
Any rap battle, I'll win. I started like that, like before, it wasn't like you can stay home and just bring an album. No, you need to conquer the hoods. So everybody knows that, after this guy championing, So when you come and somebody is coming, they know that okay, you are going to. If you are able to take away, then that one we know you are the new king. So that was all it was about. Schools, from school to school, I'll rap Motown, Laboni, Quinas, everywhere, Akaka, everywhere. I'll kill it. So that was what it was. So it was difficult. It was very difficult.
But coming to when you started bringing out your hits, Flumina, and everything else in your music collection, how did people react to you when you started bringing out hit after hit?
My one was amazing because I had already been through the ranks. Once you go through the SS cycle and all that, and you were rising from there, people knew what you could do. So everybody was anticipating. So it was like a time bomb hidden somewhere, ready to explode. And it was going on and on. Then Slim Bastard Dems came through. I went to the studios, we were going to record our music. And then Azik Izak also came through.
Yes.
So Azik Izak picked me up from school, and then he took me to legendary Charles Samuel studio. So when I got there and I realized that the man with the ponytail, the penny here, I said, hey! Master, me best because I will hear Chasamwa, Chalena mini studio, and there is Azik is Africa's #1 DJ, and I am the young chap in my Laboni secondary school uniform. Yeah, the Maba sent me some special rap. You could imagine the feeling.
Of course.
So yes, I killed it. Just as a brand new one, I killed it. I nailed it. Everybody was like, hey, but there wasn't too many mobile phones. And sometimes, phone was a difficult thing.
Yeah.
And so I remember that they were going to do the video, and I didn't even know they were going to do the video. So I was playing gutter to gutter, in my hood. That's some of the challenge. And then somebody said to me, "Hey!" He was in a taxi. Gutter to gutter. I'm like, what? Guys, I stopped playing the football. Rushed home, bathed, told my mom that this was what was going on. Saying she gave me some money. She gave me the dress that my auntie had brought to me fresh.
What?
Boom. By the time I said Jack, I was there at Lipo Lips. And I was there. I wasn't invited, but I was there, And I saw Lord Kenya, Achame Kwame, and everybody. I was like, hey, I'm moving video, so you need to help yourself sometimes. Yeah.
Okay, so going into some of the amazing records you chalked in the early years in the music industry. I mean, you went international when no one had even figured out or appreciated what it means now. You entered markets that, as of 2019, we're still hoping to penetrate to the extent you did. What led to that decision that, we're going to do international collaborations, we're going to go where people haven't, we're going to try and enter into the Nigerian market, when at that point in time the industry hadn't even formed an idea that we needed to branch into other markets?
As an artist, you need to have a vision. I'm a visionary. I am also a pace setter. Things I would do or things I have done, later people come to realize that, oh, he did it, or it's been done by a certain artist. So with that being my hallmark, I always try to, move up. And one of the things that I realized was that I started in Ghana, where we know everything is difficult, to start off with. And I was able to take my music to Europe. I took it to Europe first. I took Hip Life to London. And I took Hip Life to America. But after all that, I said to myself, I live in Ghana, and there is Togo, Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria, and my music is there, but it's not prominent. I've never been to Nigeria. At that time, I had never been to Cote d'Ivoire. I had never been to Togo. But I was so huge in Ghana, and I will go to London, and it's big. I'll be walking on the streets, and people will be yelling in the bus, to a point that I was even on the, like you have a phone, where they put great people images on the rechargeable cards. And I'm like, this is not good enough. We need to go international. We need to go Africa. You know, we need to bring Africa together, you know, like, and create a movement that will conquer the world. And that's how come I launched a campaign with an album called TikTok Goes International. And the artists that I could think about at that time were artists that had really taken the music to the next level. If you talk about Mayway, everybody knows that Francophone to France.
Yeah.
From all the Francophone speaking countries to France, he sport there. And he was so huge, and to me he was a legend even at that time.
Yes.
And so getting Mayway will be like the pinnacle of what I want to do. And getting Tony Tetula at that time, who was tagged as the golden boy of Africa, would also be a landmark achievement as to transporting our music. So I had a plan, and the plan was to collaborate with these two major artists to have Anglophone and Francophone. So I did it, and we started off by, you know, I had concerts in Nigeria where they would say they want Tick, the guy from Ghana. And then when I went, I met Tony Tetula. We did 2 shows, and I saw what Tony Tetula could do, and he saw what I could do. So the third time that I was going to go to Nigeria, I remember I said to Bolare, who was then my personal manager of the record label, and I said to him, look, when we go the next time, we're going to do this collaboration. So we need to do the beats and everything in Ghana, and then when we go to, of course. So that's how come it started. And then when we went, I told Tony Tetula, yo, bro, I want to do a collaboration with you. He was so happy. He said, yes, man, people love you here. So I had already entered the Nigerian market with my songs, not my PR, with my songs. So my songs were buzzing. Philomena and the rest, some Ghana boy, you know, but he didn't really know that was tic-tac, you know. So when I started the shows in Nigeria, because the song had already gone there, then, and I did the shows, that's when they saw that, oh, it's this guy. Then the thing started moving like wildfire. And then when Tony also met me, he felt, look, you are so huge because everybody's talking about you too. So we did that collaboration, and guess what? Quick Action produced the beat from Ghana. I took the beat to Nigeria. We took it to the studio. Then we gave one big producer called Omololu. He also worked on the beat. And then we got Nigerian girls to do the backends. You know, the they were all Nigerian girls. They didn't even understand
what they were saying.
They didn't even understand what, but I showed them and they could sing it so right. I'm amazed, like, wow, language, you know. Yeah. And they sang the tree as if they were Ashantis. And so they were pros. And so we did the song. And guess what? When we were doing the song, then we said to ourselves, who's going to pay for the studio fee? And then I was quick to say, yo, pay half and let me pay half. It was like, yeah, let's go. So Tony paid half, I paid half. And then we paid the studio engineer. He paid half, I paid half. I just want people to understand how this collaboration worked. It's not like I was just sitting in my room, you know, and I sent the voice and he did the voice, he brought it, and I was shouting on social media. No.
Wow. Well, we're still having an amazing conversation with the man Chick. When we come back after this short break, we'll be delving even more into his thoughts, his music, and everything else in between. Don't go anywhere. This is Hall of Fame.
Get the backstory of the major news stories on Press Conference. Hear from the editors and the reporters behind the biggest stories of the week.
The university needs to think and reconsider. There are women who are in our universities who have been sexually molested for grades. That doesn't matter.
Press Conference, every Sunday at 9 p.m. with Duke Mensa Opoku, only on City TV.
You're still tuned to Hall of Fame right here on City TV. I'm having an amazing conversation with Chick, award-winning artist who has broken boundaries, went international before we even appreciated what international was, and it's now back with even more great music. But coming back to you performing, being on the international scale, entering other African countries, that we're still trying to figure it out. Now, a few weeks ago or a few months ago, there's a whole conversation on social media about how Ghanaian music is not as appreciated in Nigeria as we appreciate Nigerian music here in Ghana. And there's a lot of people that are agitating that, you know what, we need to put in place the structures 60-40, 70-30 in favor of Ghanaian music airplay on our radios and less foreign music on our radios. I saw in an article that you were in support of putting such legislation in place to ensure that we are very fair to Ghanaian music. Do you think that is the way to get our music out there? And by closing the gates to other foreign music, are we not also isolating ourselves from the world?
There's one thing I always say, and I will continue to say, that there's too many people who think they know too much in this country. And the people that have been on the ground practically practicing the thing I left behind. You understand? The people who have big mouth and they are always and they will now can't we tell everybody tag them as they know. You have a small boy who was in Ghana. Like you said, people were not even thinking about international. I broke London. Every 3 days I'm in London, 3 days I'm in Ghana. Up and down. I did the same to Africa. You see? Why don't you even ask, oh, bro, what should we do?
Yeah.
Or be part of something. And that's why I decided to help the industry. That's why I joined Musica, I joined Camero, not because of anything, because I feel I have a lot to offer. So this is what I'm saying. My idea was not just to break into other African countries, but to take Ghana music far. When I went to Nigeria and I had a mainstream access to their music, and somebody wants to feature me, anytime I try to do PG, then they make like the ball for the studio. I wouldn't know exactly what the reason was. And then my agent would tell me, Charlie, that's not why they brought you here. They want the Ghana. Then they hold their head. Ghana! I don't know what Ghana do there. They love Ghana. Look, I'm being frank with you. They love Ghana.
So
our language.
You think we're losing our Ghanaian sound?
Yes. That is why I will sing and say Bonkuto, Bonkuto. And people will be like, yo, what is Bonkuto? You understand?
Yeah.
Let's not try to be like, and that's America for a banner for visa. You see? See a banner for visa, you don't get it. We are Ghanaians. What are we preserving? What are we selling as Ghanaians? That is the missing link. Look, let's rise up and start selling Ghana, selling who we are. You will see what will happen with our sound. People will be coming. We were here when BBC will be flying their whole. BBC came from the diaspora. They brought all their equipment. You think, sorry to say, they are not smart? Do you think BBC is not smart? It's older than me. They brought all their equipment to Ghana to film on me, News Round Africa. I took them, do you know where I took them to? I took them to Kokompe. Maybe Kokompe, I didn't take them to the plush areas. No, I took them to Kokompe so that they know our way of life. You understand? And the truth is, they were waiting. They were ready. They waited because I was so busy with a lot of PR. But they waited to film me. What does that tell you? And I earn royalties. When people are talking on TV, people are listening. They think it's just a joke. But it's not a joke. It's the reality. If you don't share, people won't know. That's why we are sharing. But if we share, what do we use? What do we do with it? That's content, and we throw it away. No, people should learn. Let's start being ourselves. Create our own music. If it is hip life, we therefore say our brand now. Let's do something, but we can call it ourselves. Everything we do, people will take it. When we brought Zonto, they took it. Everything. You know why? Because Ghana, when we do something and somebody is trying to promote it, hate settles in. Why? Even if the person self go come spark the show, they won't bring the person. Because everybody want to chop. He alone want to chop. That is the problem in our music industry. One man chop. Simple. How can we have a whole year? We have just 3 artists doing shows everywhere. Just 3. While the whole nation has about 100 artists.
But is it not demand of those particular artists?
What is demand? You create demand. Who is demand? Describe demand. Give me the description of it. You create, you don't introduce supply and demand. I did economics. You create demand. You understand? And sometimes creating demand is not just somebody getting up to say, this is what I do. It's when people decide to say that this is what we want. And then you will supply. You get what I mean?
Right.
So what do we want? Are we not tired sometimes? Even at a point, me, as an artist, when I came out, at the point I was tired that every show I'll even see my name on it. Do you understand?
Yeah.
It became inferior to me. You understand? But there were shows that I would see certain names and I'll be like, this show I want to do it. Because you know why? I was seeing other names that was I knew that the night was going to be different because we're going to learn something from other people. You understand? So sometimes it's ourselves and the way we do our music that becomes boring. Look, you watch recently, what's the name of the show they did in South Africa? I saw this show they did in South Africa. Is it the one something that had some of the American Usher Raymond?
The Global Music Festival, yes.
Look, let me be honest with you guys. No disrespect. And people shouldn't take it out of context. Sorry to say, like D'banj is a very good artist. In Ghana, now, how would you rate D'banj? Now I'm asking you a question.
He's had better days.
That is your description for him in Ghana. You see?
Yeah.
But wasn't he on that show?
He was.
And when he went, they didn't do show.
Yes.
Thank you. That is the problem in Ghana. And as humans. But if we have, like I said, we make a plan to say, okay, you know what, let's mix it up. Then you see the kind of sound we'll be having. If somebody releases a song you think is good, play. Now they call something BPM. If you don't release the song and it's that not be that BPM,
then it becomes a problem.
You understand?
But as we are on the issue of international, there was allegedly a deal between you and Convict Music that was supposed to have gone on. Tell me about that deal. And
there was never a deal. What happened was that I got chosen for my hard work because I had a lot of people who were doing a lot of plugins for me, and I used to pay a lot of money, like work hard, and I got chosen out of the whole of Africa together with Akon, and they were going to shoot 2 videos, shoot Mama Africa Akon and shoot Kangaroo,
by Gil Green. I remember that. I remember it was on MTV Base.
Right. And I remember one question. When I was chosen and we had a press conference in Ghana, Metro TV, one early morning, we were on Metro TV, and Akon was hot, very hot, and Take was hot, and they were on Metro TV, and the whole idea was that, okay, these are the 2 great guys that we have settled on, and we want to shoot these videos. And somebody asked, why Take? And he said, and I was going to answer, and Akon said he wanted to answer for me. I was like, hey, Papa, wait. And he said, no, every century or every decade, God decides to choose somebody out of nowhere and make the person great. I think that's what has happened to Take. From that day, I said, then I realized what was happening to me. I was living everything, but I wasn't really necking it, like what was really happening to Take. Like, there were statements I made about MTV that made MTV loved me, but I didn't even know I made those statements. You understand?
Okay.
Until I met Alex Okosi, and who said, oh, A, B, C, D. There are a lot of things that have happened to my career, and there are a lot of things that I've seen that you have not seen. And there are a lot of emails that have gone on about me from Ghana. People try to stop me.
Wow.
People send emails and say, oh, take his disrespectful, oh, take his useless. In Ghana, we don't regard him. You know, I have those emails, and I'm going to write a book with it. I'll paste them. You understand? There are people who we see, we think they have supported the industry, but they are killers of the industry.
Like who?
That's why I'm saying my book will come out. My
When is the book going to come out?
You will launch it for me.
With pleasure.
You understand? There are people like that. And they are dangerous people. You see? And those are the kind of people that make sure that I do not get unconvicted. You understand?
Okay. So it was a deliberate effort to frustrate you.
There was even a lie on me on a show that I didn't perform. Babs was doing a show in Ghana, and Babs had selected his artist. I was in America. I was having a break, you know. And then, okay, what happened was, I was in America, I was in Atlanta, and then after Akon came to Ghana and we did everything, I was so stressed. I wanted to have a break, and I was relaxing with family. And then I had a call from Babs, you know, and apparently he said Akon asked him to call me. And I was like, okay. And he said, oh, he's Babs. He said everything. I was like, oh, okay. So you're Ghanaian? He said, okay, yeah. He said, look, Akon is starting off his Convict African label, and he needs you at his office at P Street. I said, wow, huge. So I remember my younger brother drove me to P Street. And then when I went, Akon was in the chair like Adam in the chair with a lot of people. And as soon as I got there, I said, yo, brother Tay, you know, yo, guys, meet this guy, great guy from Ghana, he's blah 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 blah. So that's how come I was asking about people like Sway and all of that, because I had worked with Sway in London and he was on Convict Management, and I wanted to know whether it was on the label, and that's how I got to know how the whole thing works. And then I thought, okay, that's good. They took me around, I saw the clothing and everything. It was lovely. I met Babs, Ghanaian, who has been able to do fubu. I mean, that was even the first time I got to know that he was a Ghanaian. He did fubu and international fubu and all wearing. No, he be Ghanaian man. We go the America way. You know, it was all nice. You know, and so I recorded a song, and in aid of releasing it in America, and I spoke to Akon about it, and Babs was supposed to handle it. So yes, Babs was the main man. And so when the song was ready, I sent it to Babs, and then we had to do a meeting together with DJ Osei. Osei was on one of the biggest radio stations in Atlanta. Okay. If you mention Osei, he's a Ghanaian, but he has never been to Ghana, and he's one huge dude. And he was so huge that you wouldn't even think that he's from Ghana. But if you are a Ghanaian, you hear the name, you know that. So he came, and he was supposed to be like the A&R for the listening session. So we had a listening session, and in the end, I think Babs was asking me about another artist from Nigeria. You know, like I should find him that guy. And I was like, but what about me? Yo, I'm here, you're talking about finding him. That guy had come to me for help when I went to Nigeria. Like I should also help him. And I'm thinking, whoa, you see how talents work. Yeah. I'm thinking, okay, and I didn't even know he was the one handling Brick and Lace, you know, at that time. Yeah. So he said, oh, he's the one handling Brick and Lace. He brought them to Ghana, Boomerang, and I'm like, oh, okay, you know. So and then they were like, okay, this song would not fly here. You understand? It was Feel the Heat, featuring the Cans and Michelle from Tennessee. Okay. And it was like, look, this won't fly here. It's supposed to be a summer jam, but it won't fly, and blah blah blah. But when we walk out of the room, Osei told me this will fly in America. I mean, if they want to work with this, I can work with this. You know, but yo, go out and reach out for greatness. If Babs cannot work with this, or if Convict cannot work with this, and you really want to take it to the next level, you can still take it to the next level. I've been on radio in America for only God knows how long, and this can work. But I was so break down and I wept. You understand? Like when we're coming descending, I was weeping. He said, yo, don't weep. You're a great guy, you know. So sometimes that's how it turns out. If Bob says this is going, it's going. But before the listening session, Babs called me, and I think I was in I was in Maryland, and he said, "Yo, take." I don't know how it's gonna sound like or how he will feel like if I say all these, but I just feel that I can share. You know, like he was like, "Yo, take." I heard that when I brought Shampoo, is it Shampoo? Yeah, to Ghana.
To Ghana, yes.
Your manager was the one telling Ghanaian artists to take a lot of money. I was like, I wasn't on the show. Your manager. Somebody said it's your manager, and he told me the name. Because, you know, Babs has been in America. He doesn't like snitching. Yeah. So he mentioned the person's name. And I said, but we weren't even on the show. I had come to Ghana and I went to the bank. And my bank manager, Uncle Chris, said Bola was going to do a show with some American guys. And why am I not on it? And I said, I didn't know about it. He said, but there's Lord Kenya. I said, I didn't know about it. And he's like, well, I'll talk to Bola. So he said he was going to talk to Bola. And I said, that's cool. And then the next thing, he spoke to Bola. He said, yeah, Bola said he'll deal with it. And I wasn't too interested because I knew that the show was just like 2 weeks
away. So you hadn't had time to prepare.
Yeah, but I think I attended some sort of, I attended an event that Samini was around and he was on the show. And I think KOD was around. And so they were talking about the show. And I overheard them talking about the money situation and all that. But I wasn't part of the show, so I didn't even comment because it wasn't in my best interest. So I was surprised when some people perhaps might have spoken about the price and then they rebrand it and send it to Babs that my manager was the one telling people that they shouldn't take the money. So basically, she is snitching on the show. And Babs didn't have sponsors. So if he's supposed to pay all these artists that amount of money, that's going to be crazy. So he was really pissed. So I said to him, Babs, me, never. So straight away I called Georgina. Georgina was in the UK, and then I put Georgina on the line. So we made like a 3-way. And then we spoke to Babs, and he said, no, I never did any publications, I never did anything. So he was very furious. So he wasn't really happy with me, like, because if you're supposed to be a family, and he mentioned it, why would you snitch? You know? And that is when I said, me, snitch, never. You know? If you want to know more, I can tell you more. If you want to know more.
And we will have more right after this break. Let's tune into Hall of Fame. My guest today is Tick, having a really fantastic conversation. When we come back, talking about the music industry, his re-entry into it, his new music, and everything in between. This is Hall of Fame. You're tuning in to Hall of Fame right here on City TV. We're here at the Apartamento Hotel, and my guest in the hot seat today is none other than Tick. We're having an amazing conversation, and now I'm going to move to his life after music, or what even led to the hiatus in music alone, because you chalked such great successes, then all of a sudden you went quiet. What attributed to you going quiet on the scene?
See, I didn't say I was going quiet.
Okay.
I think quiet in myself. I think my interest went into something. And I think it's also too many pressure. Like some people will say they get pressure, so they are doing this or that, or they are stressed. You know, like mine was basically doing something else and forgetting that I need to be cooking the music. You know, at some point, I was like, let me put my life together. You know, like, but in doing so, then, I don't know. I can't really explain. I can't explain. If you ask me, I can't really explain. But I think it was just moving around, doing other things and try to create something for myself. And sometimes, you know, shock here and there, relationship stuff, you know, and family, so much, you know.
Okay.
I think they're all doing other things, you know. They all, and I think also time, you know, and when you're not catching up with time and you think maybe, yeah, cool, I can come and, you know, and then try to do something. By the time you say Jack, time is gone, you know.
Sure.
I think all of that boxed it up, created that that break.
Okay.
I mean, I can't lie about that.
But I'd like to know your thoughts about one particular incident. So, what used to be a label you were on, Goodies Music, the head of the organization was indicted in drug-related issues. What went through your mind, or what were your impressions, or what happened at a particular point in time when you heard about this?
I was shocked because, I mean, you would know Goodies, you see Goodies, you would not think that he would do a thing like that. But so I was shocked, but I wasn't surprised.
Why not?
Because I also felt that, yes, people won't support, people won't support anything. Entertainment, no matter what you do, people will just come and enjoy it and won't support. They don't want to invest, they don't want to do anything with it. I don't know, in this country, people are making billions out of entertainment. But in this country, people see entertainment, they think it's just some fun. So they don't support. They enjoy it, but they don't support. So yes, anything like that can happen, because if people want to keep up, if people want to work hard, people want to support financially, and the population is not musically
inclined,
not inclined, supportive, then they're going to enjoy it. Because when you talk about entertainment, Reggie Rockstone says something. Showbiz, my Martin Kokerim, yeah, Bibiniba, send me TV, me to me, and Sanda, send me Sara, and you Subai, Nama Nambasa, and Tijai Kasa. That's real, and that's realness. So these things comes from people who have seen great things and are still humble. I think I've seen greatness in terms of music, because I've performed to fans who are not from my country, and still bounce to my music.
Yeah.
And it's only God, So I have seen both lives when you are struggling, not struggling as in terms of some people. Me, for example, it's not like I have struggled for hits. My one was not doing it at all, or did it and was not paying attention. So I did Pum Pum, big song, and then I talk again. You see, why do you talk? I don't know why I talk. So then you have a management who is saying, you are a hit maker. You are good at making hits. You've been doing hits, maybe today. Believe in that, because we believe in you. So what you have to do is, now we are going to make sure we draw a program for you. Produce the hit songs. Let's all push it and let's make it happen. It's as simple as that.
True.
And because I believe in myself, and I pray a lot, and I believe in God. I believe in God so much that I believe that something created human and gave us the air that we breathe in. Because if they take the air from you, you are nothing. So therefore, you need to believe that something created you, even if you don't believe in God. So that thing you believe in is what I believe in. That there's something that created us. And we were told when our eyes were open that it's God. So we pray to God in aid that He should help us, right?
Yeah.
And then you help yourself. So that's what I do.
Okay. Now, moving to beef in the industry. What are your thoughts about beef in general in the industry? Do you think it hinders or it aids the industry?
Maybe the beef, mere fish. Mere fish.
So?
Mere fish. Maybe beef.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't beef.
Okay. But people have brought beef to you. Someone like Shatawale, who went on to lamp you and a few others who have had a great streak in the music industry as poppers, in his opinion, and you didn't take kindly to it. You didn't react very kindly to it. What were your thoughts when you first heard him describe you as such?
I don't know. Maybe he did it because he wanted to create some kind of impression, and I am that type that I look at things from two different angles or three. When somebody is doing something, I want to know why, the motive, because he's a guy that I see as not somebody I hate. From the beginning, he knows that I am somebody who always try to talk about him good way, support him, even when we are in the midst of people who are saying, oh, he'll come and do this. I will say he'll do this. He knows that I pulled him up to come on stage and perform even when he wasn't on the bill.
Oh, you have?
Oh, yes, I have. Oh, yes, I have. On YFM show, area code in Dansoman. Just because he came with too many people, they say, oh, he has come to scatter the crowd, don't let him perform. I told one DJ, you know, Champagne. I said, DJ Champagne, we can't all come cool. Some people will come like this. We need it for the game. So I told him, and he was down there, and I jumped him because they weren't ready to put him on stage. But you know when you jump somebody, when you make somebody play his music, okay? And then I pulled him from under the stage, and I pulled him up because I had to hold him because he had to come from an area where you can't come from. And he performed, and I've always fought for him. You can ask from Musica when they're doing shows and they're one artist, I'll always vouch for him. You understand? Even others will say, oh, forget. I say, no. You understand? So, and then we're in the studio 2 months before he really became big, mainstream. We were in the studio, myself, him, and Tiny. We're doing a song, you know. So, and I took his music to my woman. I said, look at this thing. Call me ice cream. Big song. Like, I saw this song, like, wow. It is crazy. If this thing comes on mainstream, it's gonna. So I saw that this thing is going to be crazy when it comes on mainstream. And I even told him, I called him and I told him, look, I love your CD. My woman take them for me, so I'm coming for another one. When he wasn't even the shatter, they know now. Right. So I have respected the talent and appreciated the talent. That we're even in the studio working something that he's not even big. So who will appreciate such a talent? The Ghanaians see a big answer, but me, I saw it already. You don't have to be big before I'll feature you or we'll do a song, because when I listen, I hear you. When you are big, I know. So I was surprised that you go ranting that I'm a puppet, and some people will go to London and perform for Ghanaians and come and say they are international. Not me, not TikTok. I won't let you throw dust in people's eyes. I have performed to multinationals, and there are videos to testify to that. I have performed to barely white people. I don't even like performing to white people. I like performing to mixed crowd. You understand? I have performed on stages, different stages. I've been to Sierra Leone and killed it. I've been to Uganda, Kenya. There are things to show. I've been performing, okay, all over. And I am one of the few artists that I can stand and say that, look, I'm one of the greatest exports of new age Ghana music. I'll go to London in 3 days. I'll come to Ghana. You know why? Because I go to the champion in pay. I'm not going to the baby now. I'm going to car on. I'm going to car on me car. Me Ghana no Ghana. But me no opportunities. Send come why right now the war. Who is me? Because that's not me. I'm a musician. I want to live and die with music. Can't people see that? So if you are throwing dust in people's eyes, you should leave me out of it, because I don't fall in all the categories. So I was basically, that's why I didn't do a song for him, because for me, if I had done a song, then it would be like, because I can't and I want to use it to blow. Me, I don't blow those things. So me, I blow music. I blow music, proper music. You understand? I know to blow it insulting people. That has not been my mark.
But do you think has it been resolved?
Oh, resolved? I don't know, because I have never taken it as a beef.
Okay.
I think my brother says something about me. I'm a brand. Okay? That is not the truth. He asked me to a category of people, and I think I am more than those people he added me to. But I don't even also want to disrespect the people he added to. But what he said about me, I'm not happy about it. So I need to come out clean and let him know that, look, I am not part of the people you are talking about.
But you watched an interview where his video was played in the background. In hindsight, do you think you may have overreacted with walking off the set? I
walked off because I thought the people weren't appreciating and respecting me at that moment. Because I thought that if you respect me, you won't do what you were doing. And if you are trying to appreciate and respect who I am first, hands down, no comparison, you won't do that. You understand? Yeah. It is only people who do not appreciate and respect others, who they are and what they have achieved, as we are living in life, we are all nobody. But once we are living in life, there are certain people who have achieved something more than some people. And it is only fair that you give what to Caesar is to Caesar and you give whatever to Baal to Baal. So you can't just come and humiliate me. Because when I was coming, I had made it clear. I woke up 4 o'clock not to come and promote another artist. Then go and wake him up at 4 and let him come and do his own promotion. I have a new song that I'm promoting. Let's talk about that. You can't be showing me on TV and then you are showing somebody's new song and talking about him. Then I'll become his PR. Hey, I've been around the world. I have done bigger things to know all these things just like that. You know, so it's amazing that they will try to do that to me. And so I saw it and I'm like, are these people jokers or they don't know their job? You understand? And I asked that what are they doing? And they should stop. And they think they know better than me sitting there. So then me there, it doesn't make sense. I have to just get up and go. I mean, I got up because I wanted to make a statement. Okay. Let them understand that it's enough. Okay. You know, I grow on a dozen. Let's get real. Let's respect people. Let's give people a chance to live their life and become great. Greatness is not meant for one person. If greatness was meant for one person, then we all, like, we know will come exist. Look, when I saw that Lumba, I almost fainted. Today I'm also saying I'm TikTok. When I met that Lumba, I said, hey, that Lumba, hey, I'm about to faint. Today I'm also tick. Somebody sees me, hey, does that mean that Lumba is useless? Oh, yeah. Exactly. Do you get it? That Lumba is still there. That Lumba that I saw that I was about to faint, that me to have become popular. I have to appreciate him because he too, he do some. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Would you ever collaborate with Shatta?
That I don't know. But it's something that haven't crossed my mind. But I think I called him a few times, you know, when he hadn't done that. And then we had spoke about, you know, doing a song, you know. I think everything was so coming to him that sometimes you pick, sometimes he does not pick, you know. But after that, I never thought of, you know, doing a song with him because it's not something that I really need, you know, to do, you know, because I collaborate for a reason. So if that collaboration won't help me, then I won't do it. But if it will help me, then I will do it. And at the moment, I don't think it will help me.
Speaking of collaborations, the future of Tick, you seem to have signed a new female artist onto your label. Tell me about her. I'm very intrigued. She's a viral social media star.
Viral social media girl.
Okay.
Equiaping Polo.
Okay.
Sexy Polo. And that's the title of the song.
Okay, so now we're going to go into one of my favorite parts, which is a game segment where we're going to play one game with Tick. This time we're doing flags. So we'll give you the flags and you have to identify which country belongs to.
Hey.
Simple, but not really.
It's not simple.
So going into the very first one. Dun, dun, dun. Hey, wow. Okay.
What is this?
Me myself, I don't know. Wow. It's like a wheel.
No, don't do that. That is not.
I'm not sure. It looks interesting. Wow. This one, me myself, I don't even know. So,
okay, you skip. But
it looks familiar, doesn't it? Could it be? Wow!
India. Okay.
I did not know that. I would have thought Afghanistan.
You know what?
Yeah, I thought Afghanistan. Honest to God.
No.
Wow.
India.
Okay. Next one is the red, the yellow gold, and the green. Depending on how it's turned.
This one looks familiar.
It does. If you put a black star inside and turn it, it will be Ghana.
Yeah, but
let's
do Cameroon.
Cameroon, okay. Clocking in Cameroon, and it is Guinea.
Hey.
Wow.
No problem. I mean.
Okay. I think that there's some hope in front. You know, yeah. I think there's Okay. So this is easy. Okay, it is South Africa. Yes. So we've gotten one now. Let's move on to the next one. And it is Spain. You might be right. Is it Spain? Is it not Spain? It is Spain. Hey. Okay, now it's coming.
She will take me somewhere. South Korea.
Could it be South
or North Korea?
North Korea. Could it be? Well,
you want me to be
North or South? Something of the Koreas. Okay, so
China.
Is it China? Is it in Asia at all? It is China.
It won't happen.
That's it. Okay. So you have 3 out of 5. It's good. Yeah. You tried. Yeah, India was tricky, but yeah.
I almost said something like this country, Mexico.
I almost said Afghanistan. Tell you, so at least we got 3. But thank you so much for being an amazing sport. But before I let you go, what should we be expecting from Tick in 2019?
I think hopefully some nominations.
Okay.
To go with. And to start off with, I think I got nominations for 3 music awards.
Right.
I got 3 nominations
for 3 music awards. Okay.
And it feels like I never went anywhere. Okay. Like it's amazing, like how you're used to it, and then you go off and you're back at it. That feeling is only people who have been in my shoes that will know that feeling. So I think Jehovah is working.
Sure.
And so that, and I think some songs from artists on my label, like The Big Goon. Everybody says he looks like Rick Ross. You should watch out for The Big Goon.
Okay.
And of course, Taste. And I'll be dropping a single soon. I have a single coming up featuring one of my boys, great artist.
Okay.
And so you should watch out with that as well. Let me tell you one thing.
Tell me.
I really enjoyed you guys, your show.
December, I was about to get on to December to Remember. You were amazing.
Well, I think the fans were amazing. And, I think I enjoyed it because I've been on that stage for a while. And I have co-hosted the show before, and I've performed on different occasions. So going back to the show, it was like such a great feeling, that gave me so much edge, you know what I mean? And anytime, I think I had one of my best performances in life on your show.
Wow.
And I think that was a live performance on December to Remember. So anytime I think about that, anytime I'm called to perform on December to Remember, it's like World Cup.
Yes.
So I think that show is becoming landmark, on our music calendar.
Absolutely.
Concert. And I think you guys are doing a great job.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And you were one of my highlights on the night of D2R 2018. And I look forward to doing more music and another stellar performance at D2R 2019. Fingers crossed.
We're praying to God. We're praying to God.
Yes,
I think it's possible.
It is. Yes.
Hard work.
More hits is all we need. And thank you for being an amazing sport. You have spoken so much. We've learned about your craft. We've heard some amazing stories. And you shed a lot of light on it. And I appreciate you for coming, Tick.
Thank you.
You're the man.
You're the girl.
And thank you for tuning in. It's been
let me say one other thing.
Tell me.
Charlie, sometimes when you say something, I come to like it.
Yeah.
When I say something, you don't come to like it.
So
from today.
Yes, I would like every post.
Thank you.
I hope you liked every bit of this episode. It's been amazing. Coming your way from Apartamento Hotel with this week's edition of Hall of Fame. My guest was the incredible Tig, the man that is doing great music and is set to bring out even more goodness in the year 2019. My name is AJ Sarpong. A very big thank you again to the Apartamento Hotel. When you're thinking comfort, style, and you're thinking hospitality, think Apartamento Hotel here in Airport Residential Area. They're more than willing to welcome you and everything that you need. And again, thank you for tuning in. Keep interactive. You can tweet at me at AJ Sarpong. Keep the conversation going, and I'll be back your way next week with another amazing personality in the couch for Hall of Fame. Until I come your way again, Saturdays at 5 p.m., all you have to do is keep watching City TV.